What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to another Fannounce Table edition of the Smark Out Moment Smack Talk podcast. We're here with our second Royal Rumble Fannounce Table commentary track. We're going to be watching this time around the 2005 Royal Rumble, because even though we normally do only one of these, because we normally just kind of pick one and, you know, it's like a 10 years ago, 20 years ago kind of thing. Thankfully, we had a donation from Guest 5 on our members only side of YouTube. You can do the same thing on Patreon. We'll talk about that later on. But he was like, nah, I want you guys to do the 2005 one. I'm assuming mostly because of who wins, because we know that he is a fan of Batista. And spoilers, Batista wins. That's what we're going to be doing here. You know, we've given you the rundown of this many times in the past, but just very quickly, if you are brand new, what we're going to do here is we are going to give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, we're going to hit play on our respective apps or the computer or whatever it is we're watching this on. Before we do that, though, we need to introduce who the hell we are, because if you're listening to us for the first time, you don't even know that. I am Tony Mango. I've got with me Callum Wiggins.
I'm just sitting here waiting for you to go through this giant diatribe. I was like, okay, we know who are we? Who's actually on this call, Tony?
You got to wait until entry number 4 to figure that out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And also, of course, you're going to hear him in a second when I give him his name and then he talks. That's the whole point of it. It's Robert E. Felice.
So you're really thinking it up here with this long, drawn-out Royal Rumble intro.
I'm going to do the Howard Finkel thing. So that way, Jerry the King Lawler can just be like, we only have all day here, you know? Yeah, so the three of us are going to be watching this. It's just the match itself. It's not the pay-per-view, the whole pay-per-view, you know. And Rob and I are watching it on Peacock because that's our only option available other than putting on a DVD or something. I don't have a DVD. Do you have a DVD of this by any chance?
I do not.
You still have some DVDs, right?
I have some, but they were more recent purchases because some things you just can't get digitally.
Or unedited. But Callum is lucky enough to be able to watch this from the WWE Network, the proper WWE Network.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a little bit strange. We figured this out when we were just testing this ahead of time, that if I give you the time code for Peacock, it does not sync up the same for the WWE Network. So I want to make sure if you are watching this elsewhere, we are on the Peacock side of things at 154.22. But 154.22, according to Callum with the network, is maybe about like 5 seconds or so off.
I currently have it set to 154.14.
Okay, yeah. So what we paused it at is right after Taz and JR are going back and forth, where JR is basically just going, are you ready? Are you ready to go? Are you excited? Whatever, thumbs up, whatever, boomer sooner, that kind of thing. It's right after Taz says, I'll be all right. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever said. Like, the time code has to be synced up at this specific moment. But yeah, I've got currently on my screen, I'm assuming on Rob's too, we've got Taz looking to the right, JR looking to the right, and in between them is Michael Cole looking like a very sinister, evil person smiling. So you got on your screen.
Did you direct this shot, Callum? What's going on?
He's like smiling whiplash or something.
He's just super excited about the fact that he doesn't have to have Vince screaming in his ear for the next hour or so.
Maybe so. So again, 3, 2, 1, play. We're going to hit play. It should be pretty close to synced up. If we're a second off or something, I'm sure it's not the end of the world, but that way you know relatively where we're at. It'll go into the sign of the WrestleMania with the crowd, and the bell's going to ring almost immediately when you hit play. Howard Finkel's going to start talking, and you know we're going to go through and do all that kind of stuff. So we will do the rest of these plugs and setups while we're going through here. It's 5 minutes already into this, so we're going to get the thing started. You guys ready?
I'm always ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I am ready too. And if you aren't, pause it and come back when you're ready. But we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, play. So it's now time for the Royal Rumble match. There you go. Tried to sync that up as much as I could. All right, so next
it actually fits pretty well for me.
From what I was saying it?
Yeah.
There's nothing that gives goosebumps quite like the Royal Rumble.
Love the Royal Rumble. Now, it's been a while since I've seen live. 05. I usually watch at least a couple Royal Rumbles every year, But I mean, there's 30 of them. So.
Batista. Someone's spelling Batista the old way you spell Batista. Well, his actual surname with a U in it.
Bautista.
Batista.
I hate this Royal Rumble logo because the M for some reason is highlighted, so it looks like it says Royal Ruble. Okay, we're starting off with Eddie Guerrero.
This is a good start. Yeah, this is a good start.
Since it's been so long since I've watched this, I don't remember who comes out. Now that Eddie Guerrero came out, I'm pretty sure I remember the first three. But
this Rumble has some of my favorite moments in it of all time, in like Rumble history, should I say?
Now, do you guys think that Eddie Guerrero was the first option here because they wanted him to have the car, and that was mostly what they booked around?
Oh yeah, I'm sure that was a big factor in it. So Eddie wasn't in the 2004 Royal Rumble.
He was No, he wasn't champion yet.
No, he wasn't champion. At the 2004 Royal Rumble, he faced Chavo in a kind of a blood feud type match, and then that led to him winning the one time only SmackDown Rumble.
The 15-man SmackDown Rumble, yes.
Yeah, and that's when he won the match, and then he beat Brock for the title. So this is Eddie kind of coming off the fact that he was WWE champion last year, so he's a pretty big deal now.
And of course, number 2, blank.
The guy that. So this is interesting because obviously he entered number 1 last year, so now he's entering number 2. So basically, he's doing this. He has to do the same thing again.
Yeah.
More than anything else, this is them doing the whole, hey, this is a cool visual because it's Eddie and Benoit, and they can have a good first minutes, and it's Eddie and Benoit, and it's Raw and SmackDown, and it's also the two guys who ended WrestleMania hugging and were champions last year. Now they have to fight each other to get back there.
It's very 2008, where you start off with HBK and Undertaker.
Yeah, I do have to say, I have to give them credit. They got that car out of the way really quickly.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that. You're right. That was like
this is back when they were on top of their shit.
Yeah,
they just had somebody like peel out in reverse.
Maybe he was sitting in the back seat.
Yeah, maybe it's one of those stunt cars that you see in action movies where it's like the person driving's not actually driving; they're actually in the seat next to them, and they're just mocked up to look like another seat.
Maybe they drove it under the ring.
There's like infinite amount of space under the ring, right? Hornswoggle had a whole like courtroom and shit. So as we're going along here and we're watching people like that weird guy in the crowd that just stood up a second ago that looked kind of like a Borat kind of impersonator. Make sure you drop a comment below. Tell us your thoughts on what's going on here.
Impersonator because Borat hadn't come out yet, but go ahead.
True, yeah. When did Borat come out around here? Wasn't it close to around here? Okay, 06. Oh, not too far off. But then no, Borat had already been a character by then.
Yeah. Rumor has it that Sacha Baron Cohen was just randomly watching this match, and then he just saw the guy in the front row of the muscle and thought, "Yes, that's me. that's my next thing."
He was going to make a character based off a sign guy who's 2 spots next to that guy, but then he was like, "I don't know if I can make a whole sign guy character. Maybe I'll just do Bruno instead." But yeah, while we're doing this, drop a comment, tell us your thoughts, chime in as much as you can, because you're not able to join us live for this. We're not doing this live, but have a little bit of fun. Number 6, number 5, not number 6, number 5. We got countdown going on. I'm being dumb today.
Daniel Puder.
So you might be a little bit faster than mine, Rob, because I know that Puder was coming out, but he hadn't been announced yet.
I could pause it though.
Currently, Puder's walking to the ring for me.
Yeah, shaking his wrist.
Yeah,
shaking those wrists.
Let's see. He's entered the ring now.
He's going to get a lot of use out of those wrists.
So Puder was somebody that I had on my worst draft of all time. And I was trying to make him a bigger deal against Kozlov, I think, right?
Oh, God.
He looks like he could be a potential star.
He looks like a generic created superstar.
Yeah. There's a Hi Cheryl sign in the crowd.
So Guerrero doesn't have the blonde in his hair yet.
No, that's kind of the
That's like
as
right
soon
at
as
the
he
end,
turns
huh?
heel. Yeah, pretty much as soon as he turns heel.
The scary thing, scary thing is, Guerrero's not. He doesn't even make it the next year's Royal Rumble.
Hmm.
I know.
And not too far along after that, we don't have Benoit.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about this with the 2002. Royal Rumbles are a snapshot in time. You always see these, like, what particular gimmicks are going on at that moment. There's people who are, like, around the Royal Rumble time, and then they're gone almost immediately, and they were gone. They weren't in the company the previous year, so they're only in that kind of time frame as far as their career goes. Like, I mean, Puder wasn't in the 04 Royal Rumble. And he's not in 06, if I remember correctly.
No, this is it.
I don't think he does anything after this at all.
Yeah, this is his final match, the company.
Really?
At least on the main roster. He went back to OVW, I think, for a little bit, but
you think they're taking liberties here?
Nah.
I think they're enjoying themselves. So you could tell there that Puder did not know what the Three Amigos was. He started moving his arm away from Eddie's neck.
Oh God! This is me. Oh, no.
As if they didn't plan that out.
Dead.
Yeah. And he's just pumped to do it too.
Yeah. So rumor has it that like the week before this, Daniel Puder sneezed in front of Vince McMahon. And
is that an actual rumor? Because I buy it.
No.
There's a sign guy's got throw Puder here.
Yeah. He did have some backstage heat, which is the reason why they decided to give him this this pounding. So we're 1 year removed from Hardcore Holly fighting for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania at the Royal Rumble.
How many years removed are we from him beating the crap out of Capitelli?
And these chops too, they gotta hurt like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, that one doesn't seem like that would hurt as much.
Yeah. Like they have just totally stopped.
Yeah. Now it just
matters about beating up.
Now it's just three locker room bullies deciding to take out some frustrations. Jesus fucking Christ!
And he's like, "Oh, no,
they're just upset that like
Bradshaw's champion here, right? So there's no way he's like the next entrant in this match.
You know, Walter just watched this segment and just went, "Yes,
I can make a career out of
that." Yeah.
That seems like the weakest out of the three. Or yeah,
Walter watches this segment.
Yeah, Walter just watches this segment on repeat.
Be great if he holds him up like that and then he just chops his back.
Yeah.
The crowd's eating it up, you know.
Most over Hardcore Holly's ever been.
Alabama Slam coming up.
Yeah.
Alabama Slammer.
I believe this next one is
Edge,
I think.
Yeah.
No,
Hurricane. And there goes Puder.
I know Edge comes fairly soon in this one, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he's in there for like forever. That I remember from this match.
Doesn't Ray come around the time that Edge does too? Oh shit, there goes Holly.
A little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit later than that. Yeah. Yeah, they just Chuck Holly.
For some backstory there, he said to them, "I've got an idea," and then they said "so do we," and then they just threw him out.
I love that story of any time that anybody would come across Holly about writing things. I got an idea. Give me the belt. And then I beat everyone. So
well, but like I told you,
can you blame him?
Too long ago, like if you're going to ask somebody, "Hey, what should we do with you?" How is your answer not going to be, "Give me more money"?
Right. Give me more money. Give me a championship. Make me the top guy, and then we'll figure it out. Like I can't fault him for it. You know. It's a good strategy.
There's some element of realism. You should be realistic in your own expectations.
Well, to be fair,
I'm all for like
he didn't say which belt.
Yeah, true. But they gave him plenty of belts.
Yeah,
had the hardcore title like a million times.
He just wanted it again. Hurricane lasting a lot longer than he did in 2002. And here I go.
The hardcore title, the only WWE title that Hardcore Holly ever won.
No, tag champ.
Oh yeah, well yeah, it was tag team champion. Yeah, I forgot about that.
He was tag champ with Cody.
Wasn't he the IC champion at some point?
Nah, he's one of those ones
No.
that I was always like, wasn't he? Oh wait, no, he wasn't. Kind of deal.
Oh my
Tajiri?
god, it's Kenzo
It's
Suzuki.
Kenzo
Oh,
Suzuki.
Kenzo Suzuki.
You know he loves
the
America. He doesn't love America yet, I don't think. Or maybe
Hirohito.
he already loved America enough.
Hurricane
Like,
eliminated? Yeah, Hurricane's
yeah,
gone.
yeah. He just got shut out. It's alright. I don't think Kenzo lasts particularly long either. So, first and only Royal Rumble for Kenzo Suzuki.
Oh
Just
God!
go back to the chops.
So he's not. Has he already done, or is he in the process of doing his "I Love America" gimmick?
No, I think he would have come out in full red, white, and blue if he was doing it.
Yeah,
I think
but I don't think
he's
he
already
lasts. I don't feel like he lasts for much longer. The company.
I don't think he did either. This is probably the end for him.
Yeah, no, it's like he's out of the company. Like he spent like the longest time or the longest year that he was in the company was 2004. So, like he's definitely someone who doesn't live long in the memory. I'm sure many people would.
You know what he does though? Love America.
Yeah, he loves America. I think like
Tony,
it's one
you've
of the,
never seen this man's "I Love America" stuff.
No, I haven't. Yeah, I mentioned before I wasn't watching from around 2000 to 06.
It's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
But surely you know his like legendary tag team with Rene Dupree.
I mean, who doesn't, right?
The one and only SmackDown house show I went to,
There we
they
go.
were
Okay.
they were opponents. Or not opponents, they were tag team champions. They fought Hardcore Holly and Billy Gunn.
So Edge had already wrestled earlier in the night. He wrestled Shawn Michaels.
He beat Shawn Michaels, I think.
Yeah. So this is really the.
Somebody just had held up an Edge sucks sign as a weird dropkick.
This is Edge like, I'm going to win a title this year. Fuck all. And then of course he doesn't actually break out until he has the affair with Lita.
Well, no, this is post the affair with Lita.
This is post real life affair.
Yeah, but he's turned heel already. Everyone already hates. Everyone already knows that he cheated with Lita.
But they haven't put them together yet.
They haven't been put together yet. They don't get put together until May, I think. But everyone knows that he's already done it, so that's why they turned him heel.
So he hasn't had the feud with Hardy.
No, he doesn't have the feud.
No, Hardy's still fired.
Summer. Yeah, Hardy's fired at this point.
Okay.
And Lita is on screen married to Kane.
Yeah.
That's WWE for you. Okay.
Yeah. Lita is at the moment, married to Kane, injured. She's currently injured and just had a kayfabe abortion.
This is after Snitsky punts the kid, right?
Miscarriage, yeah.
Okay, there's Ray. I thought that Ray was around Edge.
Was around Edge a lot in 2002. Tag team champions.
Look at how small he looks. Like, I know, like, Ray's never a big guy, but, like, he really looks... He hasn't bulked up at all here, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is before he felt like he needed to get slightly bigger to be somewhat considered a main eventer.
Speaking of how short he is, look at the sign that sign guy has. You must be this tall to rumble. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
I'll say this. This is maybe the best wrestling lineup in an early Rumble. Like, this is really good.
Yeah, this is a good four that they've got now.
Like, Suzuki was good. He just was of his time, which meant he didn't last long in memory.
Holly was a decent hand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's like anybody else is super negative, but like these four are a bit of a cut above, really.
Oh, these four are the highlights, yeah.
Yeah. It's four should be main eventers.
Yeah. Four world champions.
Yeah.
It's eventually crazy. Like, these four, if you take this exact version of these four and put them today, they're like
these four members of the SmackDown 6.
Yeah.
4 members of the SmackDown 6 all for wrestling right now.
Who were the other two? It was Angle and
Chavo.
Chavo?
Although I would not complain about putting this guy in there.
God, yeah, that's another great addition.
Wrestling here.
You don't get too much better as far as just pure in-ring stuff than Shelton Benjamin.
Like, if the next guy is like Angle, this is just the best you can get.
So Shelton's the Intercontinental Champion right now.
Good person to put
And
the
it's-
IC belt
I'm
on.
glad the Ruthless Aggression roster is getting its praise now.
Yeah. Shelton at this point was someone who you kind of felt could be primed for getting into the main event. He's not as hot as he was like really early, like at 2004 when he like beat Triple H twice and stuff like that. But he's still IC champion. He's still getting over pretty well. We're only a couple of months away from him being like the show stealer at Money in the Bank.
Man, if they would have given him a manager sooner and figured out
Give him his mama.
like the MVP type of manager though, you know, he probably would have been a world champion.
Half of these men will be, actually, all of the men in the ring will face one another at some point at WrestleMania because half of them are in Money in the Bank and Ray and Eddie fight each other.
Yeah, I'm just remembering like one of the segments is going to be coming up in a few when after a few more people come in. I just realised that that's going to be a bit tasty. Oh god, another one.
You can't go wrong with Booker
Dude, what a
T.
great roster!
Yeah.
So Booker at the moment is actually tag teaming with Eddie Guerrero.
Huh.
That's right, because Mysterio was paired with RVD.
Yeah,
Makes sense. He goes after Edge then, being right near Eddie.
Yeah, which is
Look at that logic.
It's just a weird thing that they decided to throw those two together because they were both two of the people that couldn't beat JBL for the. Oh, that's the other thing. JBL's WWE champion. Everyone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because if he wasn't,
it's the greatest timeline.
Number 4 and beat the shit out of.
That's true. The Bully Brigade. That's a new stable.
Why is there commission coming?
All right, so there was a lot of backstage segments during the night of Bischoff and Teddy Long arguing about who's gonna like a Raw guy or a SmackDown guy is gonna win the Royal Rumble, and so they're getting out of here, and so Bischoff's out here to cheer on the Raw guys. Teddy Long joins him soon, and he cheers the SmackDown guys, that sort of thing.
So
this is when they care about brand warfare.
Who's on the Raw side right now? It's
right now
Shelton, probably.
Edge, Benoit, and Shelton. SmackDown is Booker, Ray, and Eddie.
Again, great roster.
Every single one of these people in the ring,
Jesus Christ,
and the one that's coming out are all on our Ultimate roster, right? Except for Benoit.
Benoit's on my not on the Ultimate one. He's on my. It would have been on my one.
What a great lineup of guys!
You know, one of these times we should do, not over the course of these next couple of weeks, just because we don't have the time. We have too many podcasts we're going to be doing, but we got to, in a week that we have the time for it or whatever, we got to try to figure out which Royal Rumble has the best overall roster.
Oh, it's 92. Without question, it's 92.
92 is a good shot.
It's either 92 or it's 2000. It's 92 or 2001, I think.
01's got a lot of really great names. 07, if I remember correctly, has a lot.
I wouldn't say 07 because 07 doesn't have Cena in it. I kind of feel like you need to have,
though. I mean,
like this one's working its way in there, yeah.
Well, I just feel like you need to have the super top guys in it.
They're steady.
And like with 2001, you have the only really big names you don't have in 2001 Rumble are Angle and Triple H at that point in time.
Yeah, you got Austin, you got Kane, you got The Rock, you know,
Undertaker.
But then you got a lot of filler too in a lot of Royal Rumbles.
Oh yeah, but it's like Attitude Era filler, and Attitude Era filler is some of the best filler there is.
Off the top of your head, what would you say is probably the one with the worst? Because I'm thinking immediately 94. Or not 94, not 95.
96, I'd say.
Because 95's got like Jacob and Eli Blue. But then 96 is the squad team.
Loads of those like AAA talent going in.
I think that might be 95.
Yeah.
Like
also,
Doug Gilbert.
Yeah, the quality average has dropped significantly.
Yeah, that's true. But he's big.
he's a big guy. Like, I think that's probably what WWE at the time were hoping that Wardlow is going to be for AEW. Oh yeah, look at this cool moment where they just like divide Raw on one side, SmackDown on the other.
Now you would think Luther Reigns would make more sense to be on a Raw guy kind of side.
No, he's paired with Kurt.
Yeah, he's paired with Kurt at the moment. Yeah. Him, Reigns, angle with Jindrak.
They have done more in this Royal Rumble to establish brand lines.
Right. And the crowd's eating it up.
Yeah. Look at Ray on the ground. Ray's on the ground fighting Jericho. I love that.
Yeah.
Ah.
Look, the crowd just loved it. The crowd eats it up, and it's just okay. These guys are just. I wear red and I wear blue, and that's kind of everyone's excited about it.
This is before it became before it became jaded enough where people go, well, Survivor Series doesn't matter for jack shit. So what's the point?
It was competition. Like Bischoff and Teddy Long hated each other. Not obviously in kayfabe. I don't care. Right. I don't know what their position was in real life, but like in kayfabe. Oh, here it comes.
Oh. Yeah, I remember this being fun. And then on the commentary arguing, oh, you could keep him on Raw. Oh, make you trade, you know.
It's so. I don't know about all this stuff because he shouldn't be a heel. He's a guy who spent his entire a guy whose character is that he got like bullied and ostracized because he's a Muslim after 9/11. And he's the heel. He's a heel because everyone does hate him because he's a Muslim and post 9/11.
I'll agree with you on that. If you were going to do the angle, I think you need to do you need to Sergeant Slaughter lean into it and be like, yeah, and I'm with Saddam.
Right. It's weird to be like, isn't racism bad, everybody? And everybody goes, fuck you for the way that you look.
But this is a great segment, though.
Everyone just looks at it, just go like,
because you know what?
It is fun that it's kind of, even Raw and SmackDown, they can argue with each other, but as soon as Muhammad Hassan comes in, they're like, all right, well.
That's right, because some bleed red, some bleed blue, but everybody in this ring bleeds red, white, and blue.
Yeah, even the Canadians.
Yeah, that's true. Which are half of the people in the ring.
Look at this.
They're setting him up for the 619.
I'll say this is one of the most entertaining Royal Rumbles I've seen so far. And
this is a good elimination too. Yeah. Everybody pick him up like that.
Like the Eddie just stands there just a cheerleader instead.
Davari was great.
Davari was great as well.
Overacting like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
We got here Orlando Jordan. I like how none of us have anything to say about Orlando Jordan.
I mean, later on this year, he gets beaten in 20-something seconds at SummerSlam for the US.
Yeah, that's what came to mind when I saw him.
Some guys gotta sign this as Orlando is the new Virgil.
Yeah. Now how old Davari was at this point?
21?
Yeah, he was 20. Well, I think he was 20, actually.
That's
super young dude.
And Davari...
He's only 37 now.
Yeah, Davari, has a hell of a year. Hassan, you could say what you want about him, but he's in there for, a few months, and all he does is fight Michaels, fight Hogan, fight Taker, and he's out.
He would have been there a lot longer if they hadn't been so, had such awful timing with their side. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to lean into the terrorist angle. Oh, wait, now London's been bombed multiple times.
Yeah, so why don't they create, Captain England and get him to kick out of that desk?
Well, funny enough, we don't really well, I say all of us, I'm sure there are plenty of us that do that, but I'd like to think that for the majority we don't just categorize all Muslims are terrorists.
Right.
You think you're better than us? Could you have common judgment?
So I'm thinking at this point, if I'm booking a Royal Rumble, I'm going to put a huge guy in there, like a big show, because it's a big ring, and it's Scotty Too Hotty. Okay,
that's the complete opposite. Yeah. Oh no. Well, if my memory serves me correctly, he doesn't even get into the ring at this point, because that's what Scotty Too Hotty's role is.
To dance to the ring and then get eliminated.
Well, he doesn't even get eliminated because I believe a certain guy who just got eliminated has got a bit of a punishment to hand out.
Oh shit.
It's like, hey, remember what you did in 2002?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the theme of these two that we're doing for this year. The theme of Scotty Too Hotty doesn't get to the ring.
Yeah.
I like Scotty Too Hotty though.
Well, the thing about this is though, like you would have thought this would at least lead to like a one-off match, but they can't because Scotty's on SmackDown and Hassan's on Raw.
Hmm.
That was hilarious.
That would have been a perfect opportunity to put Spike Dudley in this. But then again, Scotty gets a moment, even though he doesn't get in the ring. Yeah,
Yeah, it's better to do something like that than to just get a quick elimination that people forget, you know?
Yeah, I don't think he even so he doesn't get in the match actually. So he's eliminated now.
Benjamin is the only other person who I think does the Singer Splash with any good ability.
I think it's also quite amazing that it's like this is 17 years ago and so many of these guys are still wrestling.
So we got Shelton, we got Ray, we got Edge, Jericho. Yeah, Booker's not.
Yeah, that's pretty much it at this point. Yeah, Booker's not, as far as I know. And as far as I know, Orlando's not anymore.
Yeah.
Well, this guy is.
Yeah, Haas just popped up on Impact, right?
Yep.
Did he get injured?
Yeah, I think he's supposed to have gotten injured.
Got a concussion. A1.
Oh. Oh,
might have one there.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. You know that. See, now you know that Booker's about to is going to get eliminated pretty soon because he started running wild.
He's going to clear the ring, so he has a little bit of space.
He's got to do a spinner Rene.
Yeah.
There goes Luther Reigns.
He has to eliminate Luther Reigns.
If his first name was Roman, he would have performed better.
Oh, and Lois Jordan.
Here we go. Yeah, there he goes.
I like the spinner Rooney.
Oh yeah, it's a great thing.
And you're probably going to get it out in about 4 seconds. There you go. Because it happens every fucking year.
And it's Eddie eliminated it, teaming up with Ray, and that's basically leads into them becoming tag team partners.
You said that Eddie was teaming with Benoit?
No, Eddie was teaming with Booker.
Or Booker. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, nice T-bone by.
Wow, my God, that was beautiful.
Yeah, Shelton's great. Shelton and Haas are in this match.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to interact at all.
So far, they haven't until right now. I think, right?
They haven't touched even. I was wondering whether they would just do like for old time's sake, they just do a do the leapfrog spot. Oh yeah, they're teaming up on Eddie.
Now, back at this time, you guys were watching live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like active fans, I mean, not necessarily like watching this pay-per-view live, but do you remember who you were rooting for to win?
I was probably rooting for Edge.
I was probably going for Eddie, probably Eddie or what? I didn't know Angle was going to be in the match.
Fifi.
So. Yeah, Fifi the Poodle.
They should Fifi wins.
I think that was probably a big part of me that was rooting for. Like Benoit would have been a big pick for me, and
Jericho
Eddie,
would have
obviously.
been a big pick for me. Probably Cena, honestly.
Yeah, Cena would have been pretty big at this point. Cena had a great year in 2004, so.
Cena has a sign guy has a sign that says, "I spell loser RENE."
So I'm trying to think about who I would in this time frame probably have been rooting for.
They're gonna do the thing. They're gonna do the thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now he should lower the ropes and allow. Now throw Benjamin out, or at least try to. That's really cool.
Just get a kick from Reigns.
Oh. Yeah. I love the world's greatest tag team.
Yeah, Team Angle, great team.
Yeah. This is cool. I like that.
Oh, but then he gets chucked out.
I like that. They got, they're friends. They got back together for a second.
Yeah. And then
Shelton gets a memorable elimination. Edge gets one. Yeah.
There's a good steady flow of like eliminations, but letting the ring build up a little bit. So like it's never felt empty at any point.
To go from Rene Dupree to Simon Dean.
Yeah, now
we're gonna hit the lull of like.
We're in the jobber section a little bit now, but I think the next one's big, if memory serves.
Is he big, literally?
Well, I don't know big size wise, big reputation wise, I believe.
If I'm remembering correctly, it's Michaels? Or am I thinking about someone
Spoil
else?
it, Tony.
No, I mean, I could be wrong.
For somebody who wasn't watching live, I'm surprised you could recall that at all.
It's the Eddie and Ray have been going over each other.
Wait, what is he doing?
He's getting a workout in.
Yeah. He's a pre-Rumble workout.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is Nova can fucking wrestle, and they have him doing this.
Oh, look, Eddie goes out now.
Oh, that was so unceremonious.
Edge. See, right there, Edge probably would have became like, all right, I want Reg to win for me just because he's being an asshole.
Well, yeah, like that's another good thing to help establish Edge as the top heel because everyone, well, I'd say everyone wanted Eddie to win, but everyone loves Eddie at this point, so I would love to see Eddie. Look at the fucking press ups he's doing. It's like fucking the ground, pretty much. And now he's getting in the ring. Look, he's getting in before the next guy comes in, so that's fair enough. And here comes Shawn.
So that didn't go down the way that I was remembering. I had thought that Michaels forced Simon Dean into the ring.
No, he was in.
No, you'll see what he does. So this is actually Shawn's. Look, yeah, guys, that's so great, so good. So Shawn, this is realistically Shawn's first actual Rumble back, because he came back in the 2003 Rumble, but he was eliminated absolutely immediately. Like he was number one entrant and got eliminated by Jericho within a couple of minutes. And then,
did you see that?
Yeah, just hugging Mysterio
out
of the corner.
He falls next to Rey and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna pretend to joke you now."
Yeah. So this is really Michaels' actual Rumble return, really, because he's actually going to be here for a while.
Because I think by early 05, we're completely out of.
And Ray just rolling out the way, just trying to defend himself. Look, just like call him up, just like Matador now. It's so much fun.
Doing something different in the Royal Rumble, why not? Yeah, instead of just more punches.
They're booking really good spots here in the Royal Rumble.
These things, it's just loads of stuff that's happening. It's just like, oh, there goes Charlie.
And even that was like paint by numbers, but it went so well. Get rid of Rene, because like everybody else in this ring is a legend.
And they kept a good bulk of like top guys in there, like Jericho and Benoit have been in there like most of the time. Now Edge and Michaels and
Kurt Angle.
Here he comes.
We're already at number 20.
Number 20.
This breezes by.
Angle's already wrestled tonight, so that's probably why he's looking the way that he is now.
The straps are already down,
Yeah.
My God. This is peak wrestling right here. Get rid of him.
I love this Kurt Angle. Like, just plug this Angle into my veins.
I love it.
Oh, just block it into this ankle look.
So now he'll get him.
That's like,
and they're going WrestleMania to have
so good.
It's like he doesn't even last 30 seconds.
I know, but it was an awesome 30 seconds,
right.
And it builds to. I'll put it out there. I think it's the greatest WrestleMania match of all time.
It's very, very good.
Shawn Michaels' Kurt Angle is like, it's a masterpiece.
And
Chris
it's one
Masters?
of those ones that it could be an absolute leaper. You know what I mean? Like,
but like that's a cool. I don't like it when they have somebody like they did this to Booker T a couple of years, where Booker T comes out, he's a big deal, he gets eliminated, and then nothing matters. And they've done that with other people, where okay, big name, but they last 30 seconds, and then that's it. I like it if they have something for a reason, because you set up a match against WrestleMania. Cool. Kurt Angle getting eliminated like that is not something you would expect, and he would be pissed about that, so it would lead to a WrestleMania match.
Even this matters because they're sending Coach in so you can completely focus on what's about to happen between Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels.
And it's like you just said a big name, so now you got a jobber. You're not going from that to like Undertaker. Just look at his ass. And remember, everybody, this is sponsored by Guest 5. So if you are super happy that we're doing this, thank Guest 5 for that. And if you want us to do any more of these kind of things, you could always take advantage of the Pick Your Poison tier on Patreon.
Yeah, please
or
take advantage
YouTube.
of the Pick Your Poison tier. Please. Like,
yeah, I'm happy about
this.
I'm happy with Guest 5 right now. Guest 5's in my fave 5 right now.
I want to watch more of these. These are really good.
Yeah, keep picking the good ones.
Somebody's like, all right, 95. Oof. Horrible Royal Rumble.
Well, at least it'll be quick.
True, it is the quickest.
Yeah, it's only like a half an hour.
Also, why has no one eliminated Rene Dupree yet?
It is kind of weird that he's still around here with all those names.
Yeah, no. At least, I think it's quite amazing that they had to wait until 2008 to do a feud between those two in WWE.
Who the hell is... Oh, Jindrak. Okay.
My God, though, look at him. He looks like the absolute prototype of what a wrestler should be.
Would you say he looks like the reflection of perfection?
I think I would in this case.
There you go. There's HBK.
Yeah. Oh.
And then you got to cut yourself open a little bit, right?
Yeah, and Shawn's going to be like Ric Flair and absolutely cut his head open.
Yeah, you can tell that whenever Shawn goes down the way that he did.
Yeah. Super, yeah. This is like obviously like peak angle, but then I also have to realize how many like substances he was probably on at this point in time. I just feel like maybe it wasn't worth it.
And this doesn't go on for too long, too. Like right now, you've got people in the ring. They're just
Finlay.
Like they're just doing their thing. Nothing big's happening. I hate it in Royal Rumbles when they've got
Malenko
like
as well.
The 99.
Steve Kern and Dean Malenko are just like, I'd send those guys out after Kurt Angle, legitimately.
This before amazing it sounds. This is before Finlay debuts in WWE.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's not a wrestler at this point. He's just a producer backstage.
He would debut that a year later.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he debuts in either mid to late 2005, maybe even later than that.
I just assumed that he came out as a wrestler first.
Rene Dupree and Mart just both kicked each other in the gut at the same time. That's pretty cool.
Oh, here's a big man.
And now we got a big guy.
A whole lot of beef in the ring.
Oh, we're not even like, this isn't even Love Machine. What is he doing here?
So at the moment he's just it's just Viscera.
It's just holdover from Ministry.
So so basically he leads into the Love Machine stuff later this year.
So he was Viscera in the Ministry in 99?
Yeah, around about that time.
So
yeah, 1990. The 99 Rumble is when he turns into... Yeah, 99 Rumble is when Mabel turns into Viscera.
It's just a 6-year version of his gimmick.
Yeah, well, I think he left the company for a while.
And it just comes back as the same thing.
Yeah, he just comes back as Viscera. I don't know when and why he comes back.
He came back in 2004 when JBL
it was directly Undertaker thing, yeah. Yeah, it was directly under the Undertaker stuff, yeah.
Yeah, because JBL was like, I was in the Ministry, and hey, these guys were too, Gangrel and Viscera.
Huh.
I guess Viscera just stayed around.
I guess that's why he didn't come back as Mabel.
Why is Coach still in the ring?
Here we got going on here at London.
My god. This is one of the greatest Rumbles of all time.
What's up with the whole like being confused there? Did he have a gimmick like that? He was like a sliding almost out of the ring.
That's what he used to do.
So he was he's one of the top cruiserweights on SmackDown at the moment. This is long before London. Well, not long before, but this is before London and Kendrick becomes a thing. Kendrick's not really even with the company anymore.
Oh, it's the French tickler. Shush.
I'm a French guy. I'm a French guy.
Jericho says to hell with it.
Yeah.
He's got to. Yeah, I was just gonna say he's got to do the dance, right?
Yeah. I love the fact that also it's just Taz and JR, and then both commentating on AEW now. It's just they still.
Yeah, even then they're still going.
Promoting a guy like Chris Jericho.
Yeah, exactly. They just need a French guy on that show. I believe it's Snitsky, right now. Oh no, it's Cena.
Cena. Okay, so
now it's a big deal.
Jesus Christ! Listen to that.
The spinner US title.
Rock Fools. This is before everybody just boos the shit out of Cena for years and years and years.
Oh yeah, he's still super over at this point.
Yeah.
It's like he's it's before he has to start being a super stand-up comedian when he becomes WWE champion, like every other babyface that becomes world champion. Oh.
So I probably at this time, I probably was more pro. I would have been. I mean, I probably would have been more pro John Cena than Batista.
Well, Batista's a heel at this point. He's still with Evolution.
Yeah.
So. Oh, look at that. That I mean, that's when you get someone over. Just having single-handedly eliminated Giant.
Like a cartoonish way. It was just like he's gonna fucking lift him over.
Well, yeah, that's a realistic thing. We've already seen at this point. Would have seen John Cena FU the Big Show.
FU the Big Show, yeah.
Oh God, can do that.
He's doing the Bronco Buster
to Coachman.
All right, now it's Snitsky.
Yeah,
there we go.
Right.
And I mean, Snitsky's got the look of somebody who you would want to be a pro wrestler. He's huge. He looks he all fucking worked, weird.
Yeah, I feel like he would have worked well in the Hogan era.
Yeah, he definitely would have had a one shot against Hogan.
My favorite thing about Snitsky is that he comes in this era where Vince was just like, why would we ever change their names?
It's the case like, I mean, the only major thing he's done now is since debuting his feud with Kane.
Which is you could put those two together, it makes sense on paper.
Well, his feud with Kane, he's kicked a baby into a crowd.
Which is amazing.
And caused Lita to have a miscarriage.
Man, that baby punt spot's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Well, here's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I love this. This is so good.
Oh my God.
One of the best eliminations of Royal Rumble. And isn't it true that like Vince was pissed about this, or some other people were pissed or something?
Well, London had a habit of pissing off Vince McMahon.
You know,
like that they were mad that it was like, oh, you're taking too much for yourself, and you should have been focused on something else.
Yeah, probably. But all he did was give himself a moment, which was cool, and then get Snitsky over slightly because of that.
Like,
it's great.
Commend them for that. Don't say that's not part of the plan.
That he melted to the point where they had to send people out.
And here comes Kane.
By the way, Heidenreich and Undertaker had a casket match, and Kane and Snitsky got involved in that. Yeah. Because Snitsky likes what Heidenreich does with his poetry, and Heidenreich likes what Snitsky does to babies. You can't make this up.
Did they ever do Brothers of Destruction against Snitsky and Heidenreich?
That was they were different brands. Rumored match for that year's Mania, but thankfully they did Kane and Money in the Bank, Undertaker against Orton, and Snitsky and Heidenreich were nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, Heidenreich was out of the company pretty soon after all this.
He wasn't. Snitsky was. Heidenreich was about to become tag team champions with.
Oh yeah, he did become tag champions with. Yeah, I forgot that he lasted about a year longer. Yeah. Yeah, Snitsky was out pretty soon. Off they
one-handed. I love that.
Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. I do enjoy it when Kane just comes in the Rumble and just starts chokeslamming everyone.
This era got overlooked because wrestling was on the decline, but like everybody here is at their peak.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's just like if you try and compare it to, especially nowadays, with all the people that are in these Rumbles.
But even somebody like a Snitsky, this, I buy into this guy being on the roster,
You just look at like if any of these guys, with the exception of both Snitsky and Coach, were to get into a Rumble now, you'd feel like it was a massive moment. Obviously not Ray so much because
Ray's a regular roster member, but
and Edge, but
and Shelton had been on
Shelton's
there.
out at the ring now.
I was just talking about it in the ring. Yeah.
Obviously,
if Batista came, a huge moment.
God, he looks incredible at this point.
He looks fantastic. This is peak Batista.
Yeah, it's just like you were saying, everybody at their peak. If you could take like the Batista that knows what to do now, and you put him in this body, you apply that to almost everybody.
Yeah. He almost fucked up that elimination, but he was just so determined. I'm getting this guy over the top rope.
And like Batista standing in the ring with Kane, you got two huge monsters.
Yeah. The crowd is so behind Batista at this point.
Batista's a fucking like beast.
Yeah, I know.
Say he's an animal.
That. Fucking powerbomb to Kane. Kane sells that like a motherfucker as well. It's like bounces off the floor, the mat as well.
And adios Y2J.
Oh, that's a big elimination as well.
Why is Coach still there?
Why? I sometimes have to. I mean, I say like they can't do this. They did this with McIntyre, so they can still do it, but they need to do this with more people nowadays.
What? Like the huge guy comes in and just is a huge guy?
Just like use the Rumble to get a guy over. You don't necessarily have to have him win, but like use this to like just really push him to the top.
Tomko not on our Ultimate roster.
No. Tomko wasn't bad actually. He worked well with Christian. In fact, this is like only a couple of I don't think it's even a year away. It might be around about a year away from Christian becoming the NWA heavyweight champion with TNA.
When did Tomko go to TNA?
About a few months after Christian. I think Tomko stuck around a while. He actually formed a tag team with Snitsky for a bit.
Big elimination here.
Yeah, look at that.
I like
and
this.
now he's teaming up with Ray.
Just kind of like, oh fuck yeah, okay.
Yeah, those guys are gonna.
And that's a good thing too. You got the two SmackDown guys. You got two Uber baby faces at this moment.
You know what I love about this, and this is what I was saying. Like, even though it's not like super over, like what wrestling was in '99, they know exactly where they're going.
Yeah. Can we also talk about the fact Benoit's been in there the entire match? Again, Benoit's been there from the start. It's number 30 now. Benoit's been there the whole time.
That's the kind of thing that you would never not hear about every year if Benoit didn't do what he did.
Who's getting checked up on?
Probably London. Yeah, probably London. Yeah.
No, he had already been taken out. That's somebody else. I think in black trunks or something.
I don't know. I can't remember who else got eliminated recently.
Jindrak,
maybe
Kane,
maybe Snitsky.
Could be Snitsky. Yeah. Yeah, it is Snitsky. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Snitsky does disappear after a while.
Or he's been eliminated now.
There goes Coach.
I mean, but like he kind of disappears altogether, doesn't he?
I like this moment too.
Yeah, this is so good.
Not that one, but the one that's coming up.
Yeah.
Oof. That could have been bad.
Yeah. That's a good catch though. Look at this final 6.
They'll have a group. You got an old legend who's already won this match. You got the guy
who won it last year,
who's going to win it and go on to main event WrestleMania. The other guy who's going to essentially main event WrestleMania. Somebody who won it last year and is going the distance again. An ultimate underdog and fucking Edge.
Who will win it 2 years from now? I mean, honestly, again, they knew what they were doing. Like
They knew what they had. They
Great.
knew people's strengths.
Well, I'm pretty sure at this point they had
Like
no
this.
idea that
I
Rey
love
Mysterio was
this.
going to win next year's Rumble.
I
That is
love that.
fair.
That's a great moment.
I definitely think they were going in that direction anyway.
What, for Rey?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not. I honestly believe that he would never have been a world champion or main eventer if it wasn't for what happened with Eddie.
No, because they were going like he was already co-main eventer on SmackDown by the end of the year.
It was still a big deal. It was still a big deal. I'll say that, but I just doubt they ever would have actually pulled the trigger on making him a world champion.
Who do you think would have won 06?
Triple H.
Yeah,
Not
because he should have won it anyway.
They wouldn't have gone with Orton to set up the Orton and Angle match.
No,
You
because I
know
don't. Well, realistically, the main event of 2006's WrestleMania was probably meant to be Batista against somebody, because Batista got injured in the.
No, I think it was supposed to be. They would have. You know what? They would have gone with who they went with in 07. They would have gone with Taker.
Batista Taker.
Yeah,
well, they went with Taker and Henry, so yeah.
Because they were going with Batista, Taker, I think.
Well, they were going to take. Well, Batista was going to go out injured around about Survivor Series 2005. Eddie Guerrero was meant to be world champion, but also Eddie Guerrero was meant to face Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 22.
I mean, Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero world title. Can you fucking imagine?
Right.
Shawn. Eddie was meant to, before obviously passing away, he was meant to face Shawn at WrestleMania 22, and so they throw Vince McMahon in there instead.
But that could have just been a regular feud, not necessarily for the title.
Oh,
I like this elimination too. That's a good way.
Yeah, Spirit.
Since we're heading towards the end here, just remember everybody, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at SmarkOutMoment.
I want to do another one of these, so hit up that Pick Your Poison tier.
It's always there.
Yep.
It's hard to convince Tony to just sit around and watch a Royal Rumble with me just because. You pay him to do it.
So this feels fucking huge.
Right. And it's two people that haven't won before. They haven't won a world championship before. If they go to Mania, you've got the perfect type of thing. Like, I love Royal Rumble is the guy wins. He goes to Mania. He wins his first title. That's my favorite type of scenario. So you are going to get it with this, no matter who wins, you know?
Yeah. Both of them, Joe.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, only one of them headlines it, so, you know.
All things considered, do you think that they should have just gone with the two winners thing?
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, one's from Raw, one's from SmackDown. Like, that never added up to me.
Because if they knew that they were going to go in that direction anyway, then why not just be like, oh, you know, we did it in '94. Do it again.
Well, I kind of appreciate the having one winner. I like the fact that like that Rumble is like an anomaly that having two people win. It was like a one-off thing that they could have. I know, but it's just a case of like that's like the one-off time that's happened, and then they corrected it off that point. Now they had a precedent set.
It is weird how this goes down though, because it's like Batista technically does get eliminated first. Because look at Shawn, not Shawn's, John Cena's left leg is on Batista's back. His foot didn't hit the ground, you know?
But it is quite
and the stories are supposed to be that this was not planned, right?
Yeah. Well, just like that, like they're lifting the referees go into action here. They go into business for themselves pretty much, because now they're like, they surely should know that Batista wins. Batista's meant to win this match. And the fact the referee decides, oh no, we can't do this yet.
I almost don't believe that it wasn't.
It seems planned. Like it had to have been planned, right?
Yeah, it just looks like the way that they landed and the fact they're supposed to, like the way they're acting now, you'd feel like it has to be planned, but it's not. And it's every single person that talks about it knows that it wasn't planned.
It's just like everything came outside of what happens with Vince McMahon. Everything comes around to like, it works.
I know.
Now this is where everything gets all fucked up. But like even that quickly that Vince is able to do that. Like
Tony, it gets even better.
Tear.
And both I love the fact he tears one quad getting in the ring, and then trying to get up on his other leg, he tears the other quad. So it's like,
How gassed up do you... I'm sorry, listen. how gassed up do you have to be to tear 2 fucking quads?
But it's like,
at the
even
same
this
time?
moment is
such a
so
good-
ridiculous because it's like Vince does not look like he's just done that. So for anybody who doesn't know, he's just sitting down like an angry little baby.
Yeah. And look.
And that's cool that it's like, oh, fine, I'll just do this. And then Cena gets his. It's just like, well, I'll just eliminate him then. Like,
There's
Yeah, they do so well with this.
there's no way
this
it
is-
wasn't planned. Come on,
There's no way it wasn't planned. Look at this shit.
But it's just, I want to believe that it wasn't planned because it makes it even better if it wasn't planned. Just grabbing both his knees, holding both his knees there.
Who is sitting on the floor. He is.
And it's like, this just is that's one of the best endings to a Royal Rumble.
And look at the way they're fighting through the holds too. Like, it feels special. Spinebuster, pick him up, out of there.
Even an extra little bit of flair for the throw, though.
Yeah.
That's
So good.
That's maybe the best, like, booked Royal Rumble I've ever seen.
It was a well booked match. Yeah, they did a really good job there.
Like, Royal Rumbles don't usually get booked that well.
Especially
I love
these
the fact
days.
yeah, I just love the fact there was the intrigue surrounding it as well, because obviously Batista was still part of Evolution at this point. So he and the precedent had been set the previous year that he could go to SmackDown and challenge for the WWE title instead. So yeah, it's like, realistically, Batista was the ideal winner.
And now we're going to be fading out.
Yeah.
To the WWE logo.
Great Royal Rumble. Thank you, Guest 5. Like, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a great premium live event there.
Yeah, one of the more fun ones. We still have some more to go. We haven't watched all the Royal Rumbles at this point. So again, pick your poison tier. If you want us to do another one, you got the option. And if not, and you want to just wait around until next year, then let us know which ones you'd like us to prioritize next year. Since next year would be 2023, probably more than likely would be leaning towards either watching the 93 or 2003.
Both are not good.
But there's, any Royal Rumble, even if they're bad, they have their moments. That's the thing about Royal Rumbles. So
yeah. It's hard not to have any moments in an hour-long match.
Right. With a whole lot of people involved. And, even when there's like a lot of bad people, like in 97, there's some bad people on that roster. But then you got some really great ones too. So
then you got the Austin moments where
right.
It's just like that match builds Austin.
So every Royal Rumble's got some positives to it, and there's some of the best things to do as far as like these Fannounce tables and stuff goes. So if you're enjoying it, obviously we're enjoying it. Let us know. Drop a comment below. Tell us what you think. What you'd like to see in the future for other ones like that. And I don't know.
Let's watch the 2001 Royal Rumble. Like, have we done that one yet? That's a good one.
Might have. I've lost track of the ones. I know we did 92.
Which Rumble? Which
2001?
Rumble? Oh yeah, we done 2001.
Oh shit! I mean, like, there's a bunch of good ones. Just don't pick the one where Del Rio wins.
Yeah, but even something like watching like the greatest Royal Rumble, that's an option.
No, I don't want to do that either.
50 man, why not?
Well, Baba Tunde's in there.
He's big.
Yeah.
Some other people aren't.
People are.
It's a stupid joke. But yeah, make sure that you are subscribed. Hit the like button if you want to help us out here. Pass this along with the share button if you want to let anybody else know that we did this and you think that they might be interested in checking it out. We got other Royal Rumble type of content coming your way whenever we get a chance to record these things. We do have plans on doing some fantasy booking content. We are planning on doing a Mount Rushmore. And then, of course, at the end of this month, we're going to get into our predictions and our pay-per-view coverage, or our premium live event coverage. I'm not going to be saying that, for the 2022 Royal Rumble. And anything else that's happening on like the hot tags and stuff, stay tuned for that as well. As long as you're on this channel and you're checking out what we got going on, you got some stuff coming your way. But follow us on Facebook and Twitter at SmarkOutMoment. Check out fanboysanonymous.com for everything that's happening there as well. Check out what I've got going on just all over the place at Tony Mango. And follow what these guys have going on as well. Rob?
Yeah, you can follow me everywhere at Dude Felice. Check out Fightful.com, Fightful Select. And yeah, just keep following and enjoying everything that we do. And keep enjoying what Callum does, because Callum does some cool shit. Right, Callum?
Yeah, pretty cool shit. So you can check me out on Twitter at Weekmeister14. Check out all the stuff on the Smart Camera website, including the power rankings. Make sure you make a stop off there. And yeah, if you want some more retro wrestling stuff, because I guess this definitely falls into that category, then there's always 2001 Wrestling Odyssey and the Paul Heyman SmackDown podcast in the Smart Cat Moment archives.
Alrighty, everyone. Thank you to Guest 5 for sponsoring this. Thank you for everybody else that's listening and for all your support in whatever whatever fashion and way it may be. I don't know what mashing is. They're mashing up letters now. But that's going to do us in for this. We will see you next time, everybody. But for now, this has been another Smark Out moment, and we are being counted out.